What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to Subnautica. I have spent about 4.5 hours, just a little under 4.5 hours, working on my base after last episode. So I don't know how many hours I put in total, but it's been a lot, probably close to 6 hours on this base. And I am really proud of what we've done. So we're going to start off this episode with a little tour of everything I've done. So let's head inside. So you'll see right away, we've got a little bench here. And I also added 2 signs with some signs with signage. Yeah, that makes sense. And you can actually edit these signs, so you can add a background to it or not. It's literally just a yes or no option. You can change the color of everything, and the background doesn't change depending on the color. It's just a black and gray background. But I'll keep this at black. You can choose to add an arrow or not to all the different directions. So if I X out of that, it's now showing everywhere, but I only want it to show in the one direction. And then you can also increase or decrease its size. I've got it at the maximum size right now. So those are pretty cool. And this is 2 separate signs. I don't think there's a way to have 2 lines of text on one sign. If there is, feel free to correct me. But that's that. So let's head over towards the nursery. If we head this way, you'll see we have our lovely Prawn Suit Mark III poster. And that thing just looks awesome. Also, you know how last episode I was talking about the prawn suit and how we figured out what it was because of this thing? Our poster is the prawn suit, and that looks really cool. That looks like a mining arm. I'm connecting dots right now. You know those giant deposits of minerals? Maybe we need the prawn suit and that attached mining arm to excavate those. That's a possibility. That could be really cool. I also added a couple chairs, sort of like a waiting area, if you will, just to make myself feel like there's other people here, even though there's not, and it's kind of lonely. But right here, obviously, we've got our fabricator, and while we're here, I want to add a radio, since we haven't done that yet, and we probably should. So let's do this again as high as possible, centered, and without clipping into the ceiling. Because we have a radio message that we've had forever that we need to read, so let's give it a listen.
This is an automated distress signal from Life Pod 12. Coordinates attached. Warning, Life Pod has sunk beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Do not attempt rescue without submersible support. Interesting. Cool. Okay, before we go in there, let's actually check out this hallway. I don't think I added anything over here. Yeah, very plain, but I did connect up this right here, and I also expanded this section out by 1. This section right here is new. It used to just end right where I'm standing right now. So that's just longer, not really any different. But if we head into the nursery, as I'm kind of calling it, it looks beautiful, and it's also missing a pot that I forgot to replace. So we should have a composite pot right here, which, by the way, are not purely decorational. You can actually grow stuff in them, like these Chinese potatoes. I've also added some wall lockers here, and an exit as well, which we'll go at that in just a second. I'll show you what's out there. But we've got these wall planters on every kind of corner. I did have one here until I decided to get rid of that. But I think it looks real nice. Like, anywhere you look in this room, and it looks beautiful. Right now, all we have growing are these Chinese potatoes. We're going to change that eventually. Also, I figured out how they grow. And so these Chinese potatoes, you plant 1 of them, and they give you 6 potatoes back. So you can eat 5 of them and then replant 1 of them. They don't spread or anything, but you can harvest them 6 times. And so then you go back into the planter, you plant 1, and you eat the rest. That's kind of been my process, at least. There we go. And there are definitely better plants around. These are just the ones that I know how to grow, and well. And then I know there's some plants that give you more food or more water or something. I want to get some of the oh, what were they called? The lantern fruits from the last island we were just on, where the Agassi crew was at. But anyway, that's a good way to top off on food and water. So we're 100% self-sustained at this point. We never need to go catch another fish or anything again if we don't want to. But in these wall lockers, I've got just some of our floral stuff. Anything that's plant related is in here currently. I don't want to plant a tiger plant because I don't want it attacking me. That seems like pretty dumb to do, so I'm gonna leave this in here for now. And I also don't have a clue how marble melon works. You plant them and they're fully grown as is. Like, it's literally just you put them in soil and that's it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't spread. It doesn't get any bigger. It doesn't seem to reproduce. I don't know what the deal is with those. So I haven't planted those. I've just been sticking with these Chinese potatoes. Did that say potato plant and then Chinese potato? I don't know. Anyway, if we head out here, we've got a lovely little addition, which I think looks really nice. I think it looks really cool from the front too. So I added these foundation pieces down here. There's just 2 of them. Again, they're kind of the 2x2 when you think of this place as a grid. The compartments being a 1x1. These are a 2x2. And then I placed some of these exterior grow beds. And how these work is pretty much the exact same as how those work. You plant one, you take a knife to it, and you can harvest it multiple times. Let's demonstrate. So this writhing weed gives me 5 seeds. That's a lot. So we plant one, and also it's grid based. So you can actually see the grid. We've got creepvine, and then blue palm, and then writhing weed in the bottom corner here. If we use the planter, it's in that same grid, so you can actually see how it's gonna look. And unfortunately, there's no way to like customize how these are arranged. I tried planting like a creepvine, and then a couple of these, and then some blue palms, and then some more of these, and they all just got pushed down in here into the bottom corner. So, as far as I know, there's no way to make these look how you want. They just kind of plant in the order you plant them in, which is okay. I also don't know if there's a use for much of this stuff. I'm sure there will be crafting recipes down the road that they'll be used in, but this is really cool because we've got a unlimited supply of all this stuff. So I don't have to go cutting down this creepvine forest or kelp forest if I want creepvine. But as far as I know, I've done a little playing around with this. They don't produce creepvine seed clusters, so those are still going to be a limited supply until we find a way to generate those, if that's even possible. But we've also got this little floodlight here, which I think looks really cool. So at nighttime, we actually have some light on our crops, which I think looks awesome. Another thing I noticed, I tried placing some of those spotlights. The exterior, these things, spotlights, fixed position lighting solution. Oh, come on, get out of this. And I placed them on the top, and they swivel in a 180-degree rotation. So if you place them directly forward, they can rotate 90 degrees left or right. And I tried placing a couple, one on this entrance, one on that entrance down there, and then 2 on the ends of our moon pool here. And they look really cool, but, and you'll see it if we're ever here at night, the solar panel only produces power, obviously, when the sun is out. And it's actually about to get dark, so this could be cool. It only produces power when the sun is out, and there's no way to bank that power. So this light consumes power, just like using the fabricator does. So once we have no more sunlight, this slowly just, it'll go off, and then it'll flicker back on, and all the lights were doing that at night. It was really annoying. So I decided to get rid of all of those. I also relocated our solar panel to the top right here, and I think this window is new too. Pretty sure it is, because I wanted to see our exterior grow beds, and this just looks so homey now that we have this window. I love it. But that does it for this portion of our base. So if we take a right here, I have fully finished, at least what I'm considering fully finished, our storage area. So we've got 4 identical hallways with 3 lockers and 4 wall lockers. And I have started to sort everything into individual items, and the wall lockers are really nice because you can actually label them and see what's in them. The lockers I'm doing for bulk storage, so I've got 2 here. I don't have anything in this one, but these are both going to be for titanium, because I was actually at 0 titanium after all of this was done. I had to go find this titanium literally minutes before I started recording this episode. So we are very low on titanium. I know that looks like a decent amount, but it's not. In this storage crate, or locker here, we've got food. This one, we've got water, which we'll take a couple with us just for kicks and gigs. And then, you know, we've got more stuff over here. I don't think there's much in these. Those are our diamonds and rubies. This one, I don't think we've got anything. Gold, silver, lithium, lead. And then over here, all I think we have is our alien stuff. So our ion cube and our purple tablet. And then that's it, I believe. We haven't added much else. One last thing, I almost forgot. In here, we have our Stalker Teeth. And don't mind my inventory, I'm actually recording this after I finish the episode. I totally forgot to do this. When we were going back and forth to get all the titanium that was needed to build this place, I ran into a group of stalkers. There was like 6 of them, 5 or 6. And they all attacked me all at once. And I decided, hey, screw it. And I fought them. And I killed them all. And I kind of left their bodies in a pile on the ocean floor, and I came across a Stalker Tooth, and that's kind of what initiated the whole thing, and I ended up coming out of it with quite a few. So yeah, that's how I got all these Stalker Teeth. But that's pretty much it for all of our storage. We also moved our trash can here, and our medkit fabricator, and we added skylights, which is really cool during the day. Also, yeah, you can see our power there right now. It's slowly draining because of that floodlight. We added another one here as well, so we've got 2 at just these, I forget what they're called, not T-junctions, X-junctions, the 4-way ones. We've got windows on each end of all of these, and every single wall is reinforced on all 4 of these, so that gave us quite a bit of hull integrity to allow us to expand our base later. I wanted this window here because I think it looks cool, and you can see a lot more during the day when there's actually light. And then this I've got so you can see it from farther away. It's a little harder to see without the background, but we've got our moon pool access down here. So if we head down our ladder and through our new bulkhead door, which the opening animation is awesome. That's so cool. And I think I'm gonna leave it open just because it takes so long to go through it. But this is our new moon pool area. I discovered you could add stuff on the walls, and it actually sinks it in, which looks really awesome. It gives it a little bit more depth, which I love. And this place just looks nice now. We added 3 lockers on these 3 corners here, and we added a table, which does nothing, or sorry, a counter, but it looks kind of cool. I'm thinking I'm gonna knock these 2 out eventually, and build just a small, it's not going to lead anywhere, but I'm going to treat this sort of as our workshop slash like garage area, because this is more or less a garage. It's where we store our vehicles. But I think I'm going to do 2 T compartments going that way, and then they'll connect. So it's basically going to make like an H, where we're standing at the bottom left portion of the H. This would be the bottom right portion, and make kind of a workshop out of it. I think that could be cool. In this one, we've got all of our stuff that I don't know quite what we're gonna do, all of our extra equipment and the mobile vehicle. Did I do it again? Did I say it right? Mobile vehicle bay? There we go. I might just start calling it mobile vehicle bay because it sounds fun and it rolls off the tongue. I don't think we changed anything about this, but we're going to real soon, like in 30 seconds or so. And then we've got all of our waterproof lockers, which I really regret making at this point. I don't know if we'll ever use those. But I'm pretty sure that's every change that we made. We didn't expand... Whoa. We didn't expand these to either side yet. We're going to eventually, but I don't have a plan for that yet. So, first thing is first. We are going to name our submarine. No one gave me any feedback as to a name, so I came up with one myself, and I'm very pleased with it. Cora. It's kind of like coral, which works in the Subnautica environment. There's coral everywhere. We're in the shallows. There's plenty of coral. But I want to try this in all caps. I might come up with an acronym for Cora. Plus, I think that looks cooler. Yeah, I don't know what the acronym is going to be yet, but I think that will look cooler on the Seamoth itself. If we actually do, I don't know if this will even work, but C-O-R-A, and I don't want to do a period after the last A because I think that looks cooler. Cora. And I'm going to come up with an acronym for that by next episode. I don't have a clue what it means yet, but we'll come up with something. Either way, it's a beautiful name. Oh, Cora, you're beautiful. And also, did I accidentally change the color during that? I think I might have. If we click on stripe. Yes, the stripe should be black. There we go. Okay, I thought that looked funny. Alright, we're about to head out and do some exploring of that proposed Agassi habitat. But first, since it's at 250 meters deep and our Seamoth only goes 200, guess what we're making? A Seamoth depth module Mark 1. That thing is tiny, but I guess it just slots into these little cylindrical compartments, so I guess that makes sense. Access upgrades, and we'll put it in. Crush depth now 300 meters. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now we can go 300 meters deep. That's awesome. We're gonna top off on food and water real quick before we head out. And because this is currently such a time-consuming process, having to do all this, I guess the better, or the more I do this, the faster I can get at it. So this really isn't that time-consuming. I was gonna cut this part out, but I'm getting fast at this because I've been doing it for so long. I say that right as I mess it up. All right. And there we go, just like that, topped off on food and water. It's so nice. We have another message? What the heck?
High priority automated message.
Another one?
Aurora live pod 13 coordinates attack. Live pod is carrying high priority passenger.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kasa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Send immediate burial detail.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Burial detail. That doesn't sound good. Anyway, we'll go check that stuff out later, but not now. We're not going to need our habitat builder for this trip, but we might need our laser cutter and our repair tool, which I'm going to take. And just a refresher, we're going to go visit the proposed Agassi habitat, and I had to re-look this up before going into this episode because I forgot what that was. It's been so long. But in this, if you guys remember, when we visited the last island we were on, and we got all those voice logs from the captain, whatever his name was, Paul, I think, and then Bart is the son, and Marguerite is the snarky woman who's got a logical sense, but is not very tactful. Anyway, she was giving Paul crap for his decisions, blah, blah, blah. He said, it's harder to come up with a plan of your own. She said, got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, couple hundred meters deep, 250 to be exact. Lots of metal deposits. How do you imagine we live? With ready access to building materials? Like damn queens. Couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But chief, we'll eat seaweed, salad, and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better? So that is their proposed habitat that they were going to live in underwater because the storms were going to just swallow their land base if they didn't do something about it. So we're going to go check out
All systems online.
whatever they found. Oh, hello! I'm gonna assume we don't need to go underneath, we need to go this direction and then down. I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but this looks very much like it's gonna be over this way and then down. Yeah, I'm thinking so. Plus, with all this life, a bioreactor, which is what she said. Whoa! Okay. Oh, were they planning on living in this? Whoa! I've never seen one. Whoa, I feel like we can maneuver this thing a lot faster now that we have this module. I don't know if that's a thing, but it feels like we can. We've seen this already. Or at least part of it. Whoa. We could create a habitat down here, guys, if we wanted. Just saying. What is that thing? I don't know, but it looks like it's... I was gonna say it looks like it's coming for us, but I don't think it is. Okay, that thing's big.
Conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms.
Possibly
Detecting an
predatory.
artificial structure somewhere in the region.
What the heck are those things? Can we get in? Anywhere? Water filtration machine? She mentioned this. This could be cool. Does that mean we don't...
Blueprint acquired.
The filtration system draws water unfit for human consumption from an external source, maybe like the ocean, automatically splits it into its constituent parts and outputs consumable liquid water and salts. Hold on! We're gonna view from in here. That thing is creepy. Liquid water and salts while disposing of any harmful byproduct. It can be built in any compatible... That thing just went into a mushroom. Any compatible habitat module, but has substantial power requirements. The Altera water filtration system. Any liquid into pure, refreshing, pH-balanced water? Yes, sir. Any liquid. That's kind of cool. We might add one of those to our nursery. That could be awesome. Cave bush? I love exploring new biomes in this game. Violet bow, we've seen those. Thermal plant fragment. Also, this is a new song, which sounds cool, and I just ruined it because now it's done.
New blueprint acquired.
I want in. I want in now. Ooh, a jelly shroom? That makes perfect sense. It's like a jellyfish mushroom. This area is so cool. Are these anything? No? My gosh, this is massive. Is there anything inside these? Whoa. Okay, we're gonna have to remember to come down to that whenever we get, I think it's the alien containment unit or something like that. It's like basically a hatchery, I think. Oh, this is cool. I love how purple everything is. How cool would it be to build a base down here, guys? Can I just glitch through that? Is that a thing? No. Oh. I thought that was part 3 of 3. Oh, this will give us titanium, which we need severely. What is this? So many things! What is this? Drooping stinger. Those seem like the... Where is Cora?
30
Oh, I love having a name for this thing now. It's comforting. Whoa, too many buttons at once. Are these regular... Is that Oculus? That looks like a peeper. Yeah, Oculus. If it'll ever come back. These things have like the same behavior as peepers, it looks like. And it can swim through stalks of jelly shrooms. That's cool. Ooh. Something. Abandoned PDA. Marguerite.
Integrating new PDA data.
Can we go inside this thing? I really want to. But I also really want to scan everything. And I'm going to continue doing that. Nuclear reactor? If we can find one more modification station fragment down here, that is a tongue twister. Power cell, I think we already have this. Yeah, we do. We need the battery one still. Is this how we get in? It looks like it. Anything in here? Another PDA?
Integrating new PDA data.
We're gonna top off on O2 real quick, and then head in. Ooh, I like this. This area I thought was really scary when I first entered it, but it's really not. Then again, we haven't gone toe-to-toe with those eel-looking things yet, so I could be very wrong. Can I scan one of these without spooking it? Apparently not. How do you scan these without them freaking out? Maybe it's just a marathon. There we go, that's how. Okay. I wasted some oxygen, so we're gonna top off again and get back to it. Okay, not wasting any more time. Let's get our scanner out. Let's get the heck inside. without hitting that thing? Because I'm gonna guess it stings you. Whoa. Oh, is this a bioreactor or something? Ow, yes, it does. Oh, please don't kill me. That hurts a lot.
Data.
Is there anything else in here? We'll take a look at all this stuff here in a sec. Oh, this is so cool. Nothing in here. There's an upper level. We'll have to go check that out. I don't know if we interact with a ladder or if we just... Doesn't look like there's anything down that way either. But there's definitely stuff in here, like a basic double bed. That's awesome. I'm wanting to build a captain's quarters in Cliffside Command, and that could be a real nice addition to it. Let's snag this PDA without getting tagged. And there's something else over here. These are usually awesome. Ultra high capacity tank. Additional air capacity. Tech already in PDA. It's not gonna give me more than 2 titanium for that. I was gonna say, that looked familiar. Okay, can we go up one of these ladders? Is that a thing? It is a thing. We're also almost out of oxygen, so we'll make this trip in just a sec. Oh, why don't I ever take first aid kits with me when I do these explorations? I always regret it. Always. I feel like every time I go exploring, I end up saying, oh, I really wish I'd brought a first aid kit with me. This time is no exception. Although we're at full health already? How did that happen? When did that happen? I'm just not seeing that. Oh well, not gonna complain. I would like to know why it happened, but not going to complain that it happened. Oh, there's so many data entries here. Ooh, we just got an achievement, follow the Agassi, which is the name of this whole crew, the 3 people. Was that it up here? I think so. That goes down, and then this goes down up front. I guess we'll go down this one just for variation's sake, which... No, there's... Yeah, no difference. Okay, whatever. Ooh, they hurt. What else is down here? This is more gold, right? Magnetite. I wonder if there's There is. Is there gonna be... Oh, is this more shale? Oh, I love these biomes. They are so cool. I kind of want to be a dummy and go scan that thing. I might really regret that, but it might be happening. I gotta build the courage first, though. Is that anything? No, more just texture on the floor. I kind of want to grab one of these fish and see what it cooks like, if that makes sense. We're also gonna grab our oxygen. That makes no sense. Ooh, okay, before we do anything... Oh, he tried. Before we do anything else, let's take a look at all those new data logs we just got. So it's not a habitat installation, although we got a lot of stuff there. Agassi survivors. This is what we just got. We got 5? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one was saying despite his best efforts, he's getting sick and all this stuff. His parents, or Marguerite and his dad, who was the captain, are now dead. This is part of the trailer. I commented on that last time, or I guess 2 episodes ago. But that was part 3. It looks like we got parts 1 and 2. So let's take a listen.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out of the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. Learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
That's really cool. Also, I'm loving this magnetite. We need this to make a couple things. The stasis rifle, I believe, is one of those things. And I think, just based on that description alone, these things are crab snakes, which doesn't sound nearly as frightening as they look. Why haven't I scanned that yet? I need to do that next one I find. It keeps prompting me to, and I keep ignoring it. Is that one right there? Oh, that's two. No. Magnetite and shale, I think? Thing's still trying to get in. Ooh, also, I want to check this out. There's a flood lamp here, and just a supply crate with a battery. That was worthwhile. Is there anything underneath this? No, there's not even room for anything underneath it. Oh, this cave is so cool looking. I don't think we're going to be able to even explore a portion of it in this episode. It's massive. Although, so much stuff here. This is a huge, great place. A very large place to find shale and stuff. I love the look of this cave system. Ooh, what is this? Have we seen this before? Furled papyrus. I don't think we've seen that before, but it's not letting me scan it, so we probably have. Okay, let's take a look at what the other data entries here are. Where was it again? Data downloads, Agassi survivors, Stalker Teeth is the second one.
Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those Stalker Teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only, well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for Father, and I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with Stalker Teeth. I asked her about it. She shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, well, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? I wish I knew more about these animals. But Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
That's really cool. I like that. Okay, so we can feed stalkers titanium? I don't know if they just need titanium or metal salvage, because they always skewer, I guess is the word for it, with their snouts. Oh! Way too close for comfort. No, thank you. Okay, what's going on with the rest of these?
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do.
Huh.
We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I have an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea level.
Marguerite, I'm slowly starting to like her more and more. Also, what the heck are we looking at here? Is this that underwater volcano? Okay, let's read that last one, and we're gonna go check that out real quick.
These conniving corporate bourgeois, inbred, incompetent, self-absorbed jerks don't have a damn clue. The kid's not so bad. He's even useful. But I swear, everything that comes out of his father's idiot face is a narcissistic lie. He wants to stay in this cave, his problem. I'm the one doing the heavy lifting. When sea monsters are hunting you, you don't hide. You hunt the sea monsters. Then you build a bigger boat out of sea monster bones and you hunt bigger monsters. Keep going until there aren't any monsters left to hunt you. I'm going deeper. I'm gonna find what shot us down and I'm gonna tear its damn heart out. I've started the prep work. The kids taught me how to make enameled glass. I've started stockpiling metal ores to build myself a Seamoth. I'll raid the indoor grow beds before I leave.
Oh, so she's just bailing on a suicide mission to go kill something. Well, we know from Bart's third log that she's dead, so that suicide mission was clearly suicide. Oh, there are so many resources down here. It's crazy. And also, that thermal vent, or whatever you can call that, that looks incredible. I don't want to get too close, though. You could see, if you go back and watch that, our temperature readings were just spiking like crazy. And that kind of worries me. I don't want to get too close. I don't want this thing to melt. That could very, very well happen. Is this the same thing we checked out earlier? Yeah, it is. Is there any other man-made structures in this area? Also, what do these things do when we get close to them? Do they freak out? Do they attack us? This could be dumb. He just hides? Ooh! I don't know if that was an aggressive maneuver, or if I was just close when he was doing something strange. Whoa! Okay! That's not an item, that's a crab snake's face. We're gonna hold off on scanning those for a little bit. I wonder if we can ever get a scanner. Oh, it's feeding. This is me getting ballsy. Let's go. This could be dumb, but I'm okay with it. If it'll even get in reach? What? Can I scan it from here without dying? I can't even scan it. It's not letting me scan. I'm out. Our scanner's not dead, is it? I don't know where you check the battery. Right. Can we check it from in here? What's our scanner at? 79%. No, it's not that. I don't know what the deal is. Also, how do we get out? I know we have to go up, and I know we came in from this direction, I believe? There it is. Okay. Oh, this thing handles a little bit differently now that we have this upgrade. It moves much more when I move the mouse. And I haven't adjusted sensitivity or anything, so it's not that. Is there anything on this level here? Oh no, it's real small. And there's that thing. Wow, this is a tight fit. I don't think this is anything. Just a tiny little offshoot cave system. Yep, definitely the case. Oh, and hello, land shark. Sand shark, not land shark. Oh, man. Okay, what's our inventory looking like? We got enough space to pick up 3 metal salvage on the way back, and I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do, is head back. But alright guys, I think that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the base upgrades. I spent quite a lot of time on that, so I hope you guys like it. If you don't, I love it. So, yeah, I love it. I hope you do too. If you have any suggestions on how to make it better, feel free to let me know. With the decorative items we have, if you have any suggestions as what to put where, let me just show you what we got to work with. We got more composite plants, which I might put a couple around the base just to add some green. I'm saving the aquarium for our captain's quarters. I think that would be a really cool addition, just having a display of fish in our room, I guess? And then the power cell charger and battery charger, I want to add to our garage, as I called it. It's going to be that offshoot from the moon pool. So we'll be adding those probably pretty soon. And I really want that modification station because it's going down there as well. But as far as decor goes, this is mainly what I've got to work with. It's not a lot, but I'm sure we'll be finding plenty more. We found a bed in this episode, which is really cool. A double bed, and we saw what it looked like too. So that's awesome. But alright, I could talk about this stuff forever, and I'm not going to. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, as always, take care.